Hello. I don't know how you got in here before you even started the broadcast. That is awesome. Oh, God. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, guys. Hey, Lynn. Hello. I got kicked off because I was on too long. It didn't even give me a warning. Usually it'll let you know if you've got 30 minutes and then 15 minutes and then 10 minutes, then 5 minutes. I didn't get shit. It just went.
Everyone got nervous. They thought that you were shut down by the Russians.
Because of what?
Because of the Russians.
The Russians. The Russians did it. Hey, my Les, what's the deal? Waking me up. Hey, play guard. Hello. Because I wanted to see you. Welcome back, everyone. I got YouTube shut me down. I didn't do it. God, I hope May comes back. Oh. Late night with Nippy. Hello. Oh, crap. I need to get a live chat. I hate it. The guy's like, oh. Did you know Playguard was going to marry me one day?
Who's that?
Playguard. Where's Dar? I don't see Dar.
She's in there.
I don't see. Oh, there she is. Dar, hello. I had to go to live chat, so. Playguard says, yep. Caroline said, who's that, Les? Someone in the chat. YouTube shut me down. I didn't get a warning or nothing. They used to give you warnings.
They're rude as fuck.
I mean, an hour ago, it said you have an hour left, but they usually give you 30, 15, 10, 5. I got nothing.
Nasty motherfuckers.
Lisa's here. Welcome back. Welcome back. I need to go out and get Family Feud. Trailer says, welcome back, everyone. Hello. Lace with Lacey. Try to talk. Let's get this room rocking. May did come back. Hello.
Hello.
I just got saying a few. I hope May comes back. So let's get this party started. Oh my God. Lori Paddock, good evening all. Hello. Y'all can call me Mindy if you want to. No, I like Trailer Talk. Hello. Tell me the same. So how you been feeling, Les? Oh, I've been feeling good. I'm just really tired right now. Always back whenever I get the chance. Oh, Amber Murphy, hello. Okay. Oh. Joe. Any luck?
Still looking.
Still looking. Les, have you ever visited Dubai? No, I've never been out of the country. I've never been out of my own country. I figure I can drive 36 hours and still be in my same damn country. I can drive 3 hours and still be in my same state.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
That's one of the things. When we had exchange students, they were always amazed. Like when we'd go to, well, first of all, we can drive 3 hours. Like when we would go to Cedar Point or something, they were amazed we were still in the same state. No, you're still in Ohio. Or when we go down to West Virginia, yeah, we're in another state, but we're still in the same country. It was just mind boggling to them. I was like, our country's pretty big. We don't need passports to cross the state borders. You watch, one day it'll come to that. I will be pissed. Bill says I just have a lot. My anxiety, Bill, I have been forever, so it's not, and side effects from that. I just have a lot going on. Me too. Amber Murphy, I love Cedar Point. You know, I lived 45 minutes from Cedar Point, never went once. I moved 3 hours away. Come back home, I go all the time. I don't get it, Joe. I really don't.
What don't you get?
I lived 45 minutes away from Cedar Point. Never went. Lived there for 2 or 3 years.
What's there?
Cedar Point is an amusement park. I lived 45 minutes away from it. I never went the whole time I lived up there. I come back home, which is 3 hours away, and I start going to it all the time. I used to go like 2 or 3 times a summer. I should have got season passes. It would have been worth it. You can drive 10 hours and still be in Galley. Yeah. Devil Dog Mom, hello. Oh, man. I don't know why my bracelet was getting on my nerves today, but it is. Let me see if I have any peanut butter. That was not me farting. Oh, God. Well, I'll be dipped. I got peanut butter. Let me see if I have any jelly. Oh, God, I'm never going to find the jelly. Oh. Holy shit. I found the jelly.
You found it.
That was quick. I go through way too many glasses, too. I'm high as fuck, Joe.
What?
I'm high as fuck.
Is that different than another night?
I found a cold Coke. That is awesome. Hmm. Awesome. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, I want a Reese's peanut butter cup. I want cheesecake. I want chips. Oh my gosh. I got some Cool Ranch Doritos. I think I got them. I think I got them yesterday.
You're having that and peanut butter and jelly?
Huh?
And you're having peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
Huh?
Is that not allowed?
No, it is. I'm just asking.
Yeah. Chips and a sandwich. I don't eat a whole lot of them. That's why I can get a 99-cent bag and have it for a couple days. I don't eat a lot of chips. At all. Can't handle any of that crap, but every now and then I crave one. Lisa, I can't. I want everything. Can have because of sugar issues right now. Sigh. I want what Joe has said, Funshine. Funshine's going to marry me too one day.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. They're all going to be my future exes. Yes, they are.
Okie dokie.
Are you against marriage, Joe?
Mm-mm. No.
Do you ever see yourself settling down?
I don't know. I don't really think about it. Do you know who Carol Lee Perry is?
She's been in here a couple times. Why?
She had a bunch of questions. What do you do for a living? Are you in a relationship? Do you get any negativity from friends or family being on YouTube so much?
I am currently with Fran. I am disabled. And I'm usually only on YouTube at night. And I do get a lot of flack for it. Now, hi, partner. You're making me hungry. Hello. Yeah, I get a lot of flack for it. But I'm only on it at night, really.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I get a lot of flack where every waking moment Fran's here, she's on her computer. Every waking moment. Kimberly Chiari, hello. I didn't. Got me my spring wardrobe. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. So I say fuck it.
Yep.
I like how chill Joe is. First time seeing him on here, he seems pretty cool. Yeah.
Thank you, May.
Damn, really? Joe is awesome.
I wish I had peanut butter cups.
Oh, you're out of them?
I ate them all, but I'm going to go to CVS tomorrow and see if they put them on sale yet, because there's this big bag that I want that's at, like last week the whole bag was $16.99, and I'm not paying $16.99 for a bag of peanut butter cups, so hopefully it's on sale now.
Oh, snap. You need to be in a environment, Liz. Don't worry about you. Well, I do need to work on me. I am working on me. And I am planning on getting my own place to work on me. So I want to try to work, even if it is 15 hours a week, and we're going to see. I know I need a place of my own. But I'm getting my ducks in a row. Whoop. So no. We will most definitely see.
Easter candy was 50% off at Walgreens today. Okay, I'm going tomorrow.
Joe is handsome. You got these women just... There you go, Joe. You can have your choice of any man and woman around.
Well,
Thank you, Carolina, man.
Thank you, ladies.
Ladies, don't commit to a job before your health allows. Oh, I want to work from home. I want to work from home.
It's very hard to find a job like that.
Go slow. I know, but I can give it a try. Keep looking till I get one. I need to do something. I want to feel human again.
Do what makes you feel good.
Yeah. Les, why don't you turn YouTube into a part-time job since you enjoy it? Perhaps mukbangs, vlogs, challenges. Doing awesome. Because I don't consider YouTube a job. Nothing's guaranteed.
That's true.
So it's not like it was 10 years ago. And hell, I never even heard of YouTube 10 years ago.
Most people didn't.
So yeah. But it could be a job by putting out videos every day. I mean, what if you know? What if you blow up? Well, I appreciate the encouragement. Riska, hello. What part of West Virginia is your family from, Les? All over. But the ones I'm closer to is in Calhoun County, Lewis County. You know, YouTube is changed so much you can't trust anymore. Yeah, anybody who relies on YouTube for an income is a fool. Unless like PewDiePie, Trisha Paytas, and all of them. All the small ones, Nope. We better have some sort of other income. So I says, yay, I'm back. I just wanted washed my face and did a face mask. You go, girl. Oh, yeah. I agree on that. I live in Weston, West Virginia. What? You live in Weston, Lynn? Oh, my God. Yeah. Jane lived, I lived in Weston for 2 years. My family's there. How long have you lived in Weston? Everybody, hello. Joe, you have a lot of subs, don't you?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
9,000.
All right, hell, a lot more than I do.
You're catching up fast.
Not that fast. Do you know I'm 23 people away from 2,400?
I believe it. You're very, very popular.
Well, this is how it happened when I first started. I got like 100 subs a week. Yes, freaking way. How long have you lived in Weston, Lynn? Because that's where I go to visit. I can describe the whole entire town to you. May not be able to remember the names of roads. So you lived there 40 years? What is Joe's channel? Mr. Moneybag, hello. Even big YouTubers have taken a big loss and cut and pay. Yeah, you gotta do something.
Lisa said we look sad. Are you sad?
I'm trying to get my second win. Lynn. Did Lynn leave me?
I don't know. Lynn, did you leave her?
Oh, no. You have a Twitter. We gotta know the same people. I have family in Ohio. Yeah, but it would really be uncanny if they lived where I live. Yes, I have a Twitter. I can even tell you, as you're coming out of downtown Weston, on the left-hand side, you want to turn up the road, and you're going to have tennis courts in the park, and that's where the grocery store is, around the curve. And as you're coming out of downtown Weston, and I'm talking downtown because there really isn't a downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Like from the police station, you're heading out towards the highway. I'm letting Lynn know I know where everything's at. On the right-hand side, there's probably not a video store there anymore. Well, the video store was inside the carry-out. On the right-hand side, and you got the grocery store. You got the Dunkin' Donuts, if it's still there, on the right-hand side. Hardee's. They had that Chinese restaurant there by the gas station, which had good food. I don't know if it's still there. Everyone does. If I did a Patreon, I wouldn't know what the hell to do. They aren't sad. They're tired from big night last night. That was
telethons take it out of you. We had a telethon last night. Bless you.
Excuse me, thank you. Oh, yeah. Yep, Sesame Inn. Been here since I was in Weston. Steve Yoakum was in Weston. Oh my. Yep. And where the Walmart is, if you're looking at Walmart, to the left across that road right there is a gas station. I got lots of family in Parkersburg. What game do you love, Joe?
Betty the Yeti.
I've never heard of it.
Liza said, "What's the population of your town?"
Where I live?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
She has no idea.
I really don't. Trailer Talk Rainbow, all you want, baby. Lynn's like, this is crazy. Well, if you've been there 40 years, I don't know if you know any of the police officers. I remember Chauncey, but he was from a long time ago. My uncle's Greg Wade, and he's an ass. My other uncle's Jeff. Man, there's a Chauncey Hamrick, yeah. I remember him. I was woke up to pee and saw him. Now I'm awake. You went on panel, Mama? Yeah, Chauncey Hamrick, and he did roofing. I think he ran for office down there at one point. I know him. Well, I did. That's a blast from the past, isn't it, there, Lynn? Chauncey Hamrick. Told you. I lived there several times. I once, my grandparents had a huge ass house on 7th Street. No, his husband is asleep. All. And I lived there for a couple years. And then they moved. And when I went down there after my Uncle Gary died. Wait, I'll move to the kitchen and come on. All righty. This is fantastic, Lynn. Now I go down there in Weston and actually talk to somebody I like. Because I don't go to see my uncle at all. I didn't know him, but heard of him. He is so much older. Oh yeah, he was old when I knew him. He was old when I knew him. He's a blowhard. I've had to train 2 of my dogs to guard the house because crime is getting bad in my area. I'm still lucky where I live. I live in a small town, but it isn't like, I mean, we don't have outhouses or anything here or whatever, but I mean, it's still, I live in a small town, but they're ahead of the game on certain things. Like, if they come out with a new product, like if McDonald's comes out with a new product, the store here on 30th Street is one of their test stores. So I love it when they come out with new shit because people try it. We're actually one of the test stores. There's nothing wrong with receiving money for what you do. Who are you talking to, trailer? I put a sign on my front porch telling people I'm armed and that dogs will attack. Meth is getting bad here, figures. If the cops weren't crooked, and I know they are, because I know what they do. So I am talking to myself. Oh, I'm paying attention to you, trailer. Probably need to go pee again. This is fantastic. A new puppy a couple weeks ago. But I will say this. When I lived down there in Weston, and they came out with those, like the Kroger cards were the first ones I've heard of that had them. The savings cards, you scan it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I got mine down in West Virginia when I lived down there. A couple years later, I moved up here, and they were just now getting it here. When I first moved back, they didn't have it, and I think a few months later, they finally put it in. It's where you can scan and everything. I will give the Kroger down there that. And they're the only place down there that I saw that had my pretzels. I like the twist not twist, but you know how the heart-shaped design little pretzels with no salt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like pretzels with salt on them. And I can't get them here. Kroger closed. How the fuck did Kroger close? They were bigger than the other one. Are you serious? Does anybody live in Weston anymore? Lisa Joe's ignoring us. Yes, he is.
No.
He is busy.
I'm listening.
He is listening. Lynn, this is fantastic. They're building a Publix. No, my uncle Jeff lives out in Jane Lou. And what's the name of that? Oh, smack. It's past the no, or is it before the sex club as you're going to Clarksburg? on the right-hand side. What's the name of that? The Wilderness Inn or the Pioneer Inn, something like that. See, when I was down there, everybody had CBs. I even had one. I had a little Mercury Tracer, little 5-speed. And that bitch, I took that bitch everywhere. Well, anyway, it says Taco Bell is coming in though. Awesome. Is Long John still there and parties and all that? D, hello. Okay, honey, send me the link. Mama Beth is coming on. This is fantastic. I just love it. Walmart's still there, isn't it? I don't think Walmart would go out. I remember when they were wanting to put that in. Mama Beth. There we go. There you go. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Long John's, Hardee's, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, Arby's, all that. Is that one Chinese place? Oh, God. Where was it? I mean, I know where it was, but I can't remember what it was by. Yeah, Walmart. I worked at that Walmart, and I was promoted from that Walmart to manager. And then he sent me up to Fairmont. And then I had to come back to this Walmart as a manager. It was assistant manager. Then I had to come back to this Walmart, and people were pissed because I worked there, and then all of a sudden I was their boss. I was a good boss.
You would be a good boss. I would work for you.
Which I am a good boss.
I'm glad I would work for you. Sorry if I'm having to speak a little low. I don't want to wake up my husband. So.
Beth, I can hardly understand what you're saying. You're garbled.
Okay. Is this better?
No.
Well, shit. Hang on.
All right. As a matter of fact, and this is the God's honest truth, is they called my grandma, and I walked out of Walmart when I was in Fairmont. It was a Thursday, and I said I would be one of the managers to stay over to watch over resets, and I just all of a sudden just had enough. And I took my keys, gave it to another assistant manager, and I said, I have to go pick up my roommates. They're stuck on the highway, which was true. I did get a phone call. My ass never went back.
Alpha Booty. Can you hear me better now? Is it better?
No.
What? It must be the headphones. Is it playing these freaking headphones?
Well, I know you said damn it, but I'm not sure what else you said.
Oh, I think I had it muted. Is this better?
No. Are you on your headphones?
Yeah.
It sounds like her connection.
Yeah, go out and come back in and see if that helps.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I walked out, never went back. What was it? 2-3 weeks later, Arlene, the head manager, called my grandma, asking where I was.
Okay. How was that?
Perfect.
Yes, that's good.
Wonderful. Wonderful. We have shitty Wi-Fi here. I don't know why. Different parts of the house. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's bad. You worked at Walmart?
Mm-hmm.
Have I ever told you my Walmart story?
What?
Have I ever told you my Walmart story?
Oh, girl, I got a ton of them.
Oh, let me tell you. Okay. After I was done taking care of my grandmother, I went back to school and I was studying, but I needed a job right away. And I had been waiting tables part-time at a friend's restaurant. But I was like, I got to have some more money. And some one of my friends said, just apply at Walmart. And I'm like, really? I haven't run a cash register since, I was a teenager. And they're like, yeah, go do it. It'd be easy money. Okay, well, I went through the week-long training and flew through it. And they're like, you'll be ready for be assistant manager. I'm thinking, this is kind of a jumping off point just to get to my real job. And the radio station, after I finished my first week in training, the group of radio stations where I lived called me and basically begged me to come back to work for them. So after working a week, I put in 2 weeks notice because that's, I always try to do that. Well, the last day that I worked there was Good Friday, Black Friday. All day long, I said, this is my last day. Please fire me. Fire me now. I don't even care. And they were like, no, you're staying till the end of your shift. But I tell you what, I have so much respect for people who can do that and put up with the bullshit. That's just unreal. And most of the customers coming through are really nice. But you get that asshole that kind of ruins the whole day. But yeah, and they had me on there's one tobacco line. Did they do that there? There's one line where you can buy tobacco.
Yeah, I remember when they started that.
Oh God, they had me on that, and it was just more than I was ready to handle on my last day of work. You know what I mean? I was really happy to be starting somewhere else, but full props to anybody who has worked at Walmart and dealt with people, dealt with all the bullshit and the different personalities and stuff. It's people don't realize how hard it is and how stressful it is. The woman in the deli. Oh.
Well, I tell you, I know at this one here, I worked at this Walmart here, and I went in because it had been years. It's like 7 years since I stepped foot in a Walmart. And I went here because I needed a job. And the only person knew, I never put that I was an assistant manager at Walmart. Never did. And the only one that knew was James, the personnel manager, who is the husband, or we were best friends also, is the husband of my friend Michelle, who was my best friend.
Oh.
So, but he didn't get me the job and everything. And I got hired right before Black Friday.
Oh, God.
And so they figured and James let it out, I was the manager. Pissed me off. So they said, you can handle it, and they threw me on register. I said, this isn't the same register I worked on. So they gave me a 20-minute crash course on that register on Black Friday.
Oh, nice.
Pissed me off. And I told James, I'm not happy. So I was hired in as a door greeter, believe it or not. Well, they had me go to departments, and they had me back in toys, which was my original department that I worked before I became a manager, was toys. I worked full-time as a cashier, and then I wanted off the floor, and they sent me full-time in toys.
I like toys.
I love toys. I was there at Christmas. I enjoyed it. I loved every bit of it.
I love kids though too.
So when I went back there at this store, I just knew what to do. It's all basic, simple stuff, but it's just knowing where they go. So next thing I know, and I was hired in part-time. So next thing I know, they made me full-time with benefits. And it turns out the assistant manager over that area happened to be a distant cousin of mine.
Oh, wow.
But we never said anything. And he actually moved back down to West Virginia. But yeah, he was a distant cousin of mine. Well, because I did that and James told them I was a manager, the store manager started handing me keys.
Oh.
And it wasn't shortly after that. I was running the general merchandise side from soft lines, which is clothing, on over to the tire center.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and I wasn't getting paid for it.
Really?
I finally took the manager test. And you only have so long to take it and everything. And I got it done in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And, you know, I already knew. And they said, well, I guess it would be embarrassing if you missed it. Joe, you leaving?
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. I'm tired.
Are you
he
actually
found
going to get to
someone.
bed?
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
He found someone.
I agree, Les. Look at his face. He's
Look
got
at
a
his face.
guilty look.
I knew when I saw that grin. There you go, big boy.
Good night.
Good night, sweetie. Have fun.
Night, love.
Hope he uses enough Astroglide.
I hope he uses a condom.
Yeah.
You know me, I preach condoms all the time. Condoms.
Oh, he's got condoms. He uses condoms.
Good.
Well, anyway, so next thing I know, they're having me run all GM slide. And they wonder why I had a heart attack. But one of my favorite places to work was hardware and paint, especially paint. So I was over there one day, and of course I had the keys to the store.
Joe, I know you're a
I needed to be paid. They got free labor out of me. I needed to be paid because I knew how to do everything. So I was over there mixing paint, and this guy came up, and he was very, very insulting. And he had brought a can of paint in, and usually we can match the paint, usually. And he swore he got his can of paint from our store, which I said, we've never sold this brand. And he said, I bought this here. I said, we've never sold this brand. I cannot guarantee the color. Mm-hmm. And so I tried to mix it, and I went through 3 cans of paint for him. Mm-hmm. I told him, I said, and he's like, well, put an extra shot of blue. I remember. Put an extra shot or 2 of blue in there. And I'm like, sir. He said, do it. And I was like, okay, I did it. Because we can still sell the mismatched paint. So I did it, and it still wasn't the same. And he looked at me, and he said, I understand you're not educated.
Oh, no.
Yes. Now, mind you, I had already been through college.
Right.
I had already been through college. And he said, I understand you're not educated, but I'm sure that if you got somebody else in here that knows what they're doing, we can get this done.
Oh, my Lord.
And I said, sir, I said, sir, I am a college-educated woman. I said, half the people that work here have college degrees. Mm-hmm. I said, there's nobody else going to run this paint mixer better than I can. And I said, right now, I have the keys to the whole entire half of this store. I know what I'm doing. I said, it's not us. It's a different paint company. We never sold this paint. And he proceeded to tell me I didn't know what I was talking about. And I told him, I said, sir, if you want to, you can take this paint somewhere else because I guarantee you I'm not mixing it for you. Right. And there was customers walking by, and one guy did tell him after he started walking away, he said, that was rude, man. I'm like, don't sit there and tell me. No, because half the people there were college educated. Mm-hmm. But I told him, but, you know, I'm like, you know, but there are some that are fucking idiots that work here.
Mm-hmm. It was really weird because it was in the hometown I grew up in that I worked. I mean, I literally worked there 3 full weeks, and only 2 weeks was out in a store. But I swear to God, I met everybody in town. I met everybody that I dated, everybody that I had ever been friends with, everybody that I knew their whole family, people I was related to. They're like, Kat, what are you doing working here? What are you doing here? And I'm like, killing time till I get a better job. and they just laughed. But I really enjoyed talking to everybody that I knew. It was like every day was a reunion.
I took my job seriously. Well, anytime I take work, I take it seriously. I don't like to be bothered. And but there was times. Now back then, when I was a manager, and I was down at Weston, and then I was in Fairmont, and I would go back and forth. Now there was this time, my friend Christy. There was me, Linda, Christy, and Phyllis. So we were known as the 4 Horsemen. Mm-hmm. They hated to see the 4 of us come in at the same time. We would walk in there. Next thing you know, managers are coming out of the woodwork, and we were just wild. That was it. But we did our jobs, so
Right.
there was nothing they could do. We all sang and danced at our registers.
Mm-hmm.
And one CSR told us we were sitting there, and they put us in a row. Me and Linda, Phyllis, and Christy, all in a row.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
So me and Linda were the singers, and Christy and Phyllis would just be our backup. So Phyllis came up and she told all four of us, "I'm not babysitting you for. I expect you to behave and do your job." And she said, "I'm not babysitting." And Linda looked at her. She looked at her face. She said, "I think we're a little too old. You don't need to change our diapers."
Exactly.
I was rolling. That's how bad we were. We were badass. Well, anyway, this is the type that me, Phyllis, Linda, and Christy are. I come back as an assistant manager. I'm in the back. Next thing I know, I get on the radio, "Les, you're needed at the service counter. Les, you're needed at the service counter. Now. Please, now." I'm like, on my way. I get up there. My friend Christy, what had happened was this guy was trying to bring something back, and Christy was a bitch. And if you didn't get it there, you weren't getting a return.
Oh.
And so.
Well, those hacking at it. I'm getting sick, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. My husband had this last week. Now apparently I'm getting it. But so that's what's happening.
That's all right. Fran had the flu. Thank you. Well, anyway, so I went up there. This guy was trying to return something. I forget what it was. And Christy was arguing with him. No. That thick ass. No. I'm taking that back. I mean, really thick accent. And Christy's all of but 5'4", you know. And this guy had thrown it on the counter, whatever it was, threw it on the counter. He was demanding that she return it. Threw it on the counter. It bounced off and hit her.
Oh no!
Pissed her off, and she reached across that counter, grabbed him by the shirt, and she was getting ready to wail on him. And that's why they called. That's why they called me.
Oh.
So by the time I get there, she is screaming at this guy. There's 3 people around her. She's like, "My husband doesn't even act that way towards me. You're not going to hit me with nothing. My husband, I'll beat his ass." She's just like, "Oh." So I get up there and I'm like, I know better than say, "Christy, calm down." "What's up, Christy?" "Les, you don't know what this fool did." And she told me. And I looked right at the guy and I said, "You made your mistake right there." Yeah. So I picked the item up and I looked at him. I said, "We don't sell this product. We're not returning it. You're more than welcome to go to Fairmont." He was pissed.
Well,
I didn't care. I didn't care. This one guy tried to return a battery.
A battery?
Like
a car battery?
It was, I remember it was either a car battery. I think it was the car battery. But we never sold that brand. Never. It was, shit. What store?
Advance Auto?
I can't remember, but I know we never sold it. Never, ever, ever. Walmart never, ever had this brand. And he said he just bought it like 2 months ago, and it's dead. Now, I'm looking at this battery. Christy's laughing because she knows what I'm going to say.
The batteries have the date sold on them.
Huh?
They have the date sold on them.
Well, listen.
Listen.
So I'm looking at this battery. Christy is cracking up. She is just laughing because she knows what I'm going to do. And I look at this battery, and I swear this battery is 20 years old. It was as filthy. Oh, I cannot describe how filthy this thing was. And he set that bitch on my counter. And I'm looking at it. You can tell it has been used. I mean, oh my God, there was dirt on it and everything. And I looked down and I looked up at him. And I'm like, we've never sold this battery. and this is way past its warranty. He said, I just bought this a couple months ago. I said, sir, do you have your receipt? No, I don't. And I said, well, we've never sold this battery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at the time, this guy, Stanley, and he did not like me. He did not like me. In his store, he was my boss.
Mm-hmm.
In my store in Fairmont, I was his.
Oh.
He hated that. He hated that. He couldn't stand me. I didn't like the guy either. He tried to get me fired twice. Didn't work. Well, anyway, so Stanley comes up. And I told him, I was like, Stan, we've never sold this battery. And I told him he doesn't have a receipt, and this battery is clearly as old as sin. And so Stanley looked at Christine, looked at me, because Stanley was going to return it. So he told the guy no. He said, I'm sorry, we can't return this battery. That guy came across the counter, and Stanley took off like a bat out of hell. Mind you, me and Christy are the ones standing there. Okay? Stanley left. And so me and Christy are laughing because we know we can take him. So the guy came across the counter. By the time he got across the counter, Stanley was gone. He went into the cash office and locked himself in. Christy and I, Christy and I, we were more amazed. It's like chivalry is, and the guy's over the counter now. And Christy and I are having a conversation like he isn't even there. And Christy, chivalry's dead, isn't it, Leia? And I was like, well, hell yeah. I said, what the hell's up with that? These pussy ass men, Christy and I are just, and the guy's just standing there. We're paying him no mind at all. Paying him no mind at all. So I just looked at him. Eventually, Christy's picking up the battery, said, here you go, sir. You have a nice day.
I love it.
This is the God's honest truth. I swear, when Christy comes up here to visit, she will tell you all the stories. Because her kids, when I would go down to visit, and said, Mom said you guys were wild. Did this and this and this happen? I'm like, oh, honey, she cleaned that up. She cleaned that up. The shit we did is outrageous. We went down to Flatwoods, which Lynn in here would know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We went down to Flatwoods. There was like a Shoney's or an Elby's or something. Well, at the time, we were videotaping everything. Mm-hmm. Of course, they had the VHS tapes in there. So we're walking in, we're eating. We had this big-ass videotape thing going. And there was this big party that sat next to us and everything. I forget how many people were there, like 12, 15. There was a whole bunch of them. It took up a lot of the tables, and then there was just us.
Uh-huh.
So we're videotaping. Girl, can I tell you, we acted like we were a film crew.
Oh, my gosh.
I am not kidding you. We acted like we were a film crew, and Linda started asking questions. So me and Christy would take turns taping. Said we're on a few days. We're our few days off. We've been traveling, this and that, and blah blah blah. Girl, can I tell you, we were there for 3 hours.
Oh my God.
We took that camera back into the kitchen. We were interviewing the employees there. We interviewed the manager. We were interviewing that big ass party. Everything. God is my witness. I am not kidding you. So we ended up getting half the restaurant on film.
Uh-huh.
We started singing, me and Linda. We started singing, and people were just joining in. And it was just, this is how we were, though.
Yeah.
This is how we were. We didn't care. We really didn't give two shits about nothing. This God is my witness. I'm sitting here.
I love that. I love that. And you know what? Everybody in that restaurant probably still giggles about it today.
They probably do. It's memories, if nothing else.
Yeah.
And that's why I did half the shit I did. Mm-hmm. And Christy was the youngest, and I was the next to the youngest. And me and Christy we were the wild ones of the four. Linda and Phyllis were more, especially Phyllis. Phyllis was like the mom of the group. Mm-hmm. She was really chilled. Linda could be. And then me and Christy, we were the ones that they were worried about. Dead serious. And Christy was a firecracker. She had a temper. I was just wild, but Christy had a temper. And we didn't give a shit. We really had no cares in the world. I was single. I made damn good money, even though I was working at the Walmart, but I worked for the government before that. So I had money saved up.
Yeah.
And I like saving money. And so I had money saved up.
I didn't.
Yeah. I didn't give a shit. Too. I didn't give a shit. None of us did. So we did so much crap. And then we went, I think, I don't know if Linda's is still there. Linda says, oh, she's not even listening. Nobody's listening. I don't care.
We're just chilling, having a chat.
So we after that, we had to go. We were leaving. Well, Linda said she had to go to the restroom. I had to go to the restroom, and I had the video camera. So I thought it was just me and Linda in the bathroom. And it turns out there was another lady in there. So when I took the video camera and I went over the stall to record Linda, and Linda's like, Leslie, and this and that and everything. And I took the camera out and I go outside. I was laughing. Well, Linda comes out and says, you videotaped that other lady. She's making a complaint right now to the manager. I was like, son of a bitch, we got to get the fuck out of here. You know, I was like, let's go. It was Linda. But we ended up, so about 30 seconds away in a car was this baby place. It was new, I guess. And it was just like, you have to go in, you have to adopt the baby, and you have to get the stuff for the baby, and you have to sign this paper. You want to take care of the baby. And Christy wanted this baby, and me, Linda, and Phyllis were the babysitters. I went, are you serious?
Wait a minute. Is this like a real baby or a doll?
No, it's a doll.
Oh, okay.
But they had this nursery, and you had to go, and she was picking one out, and they wanted to know if she was married or not. She was, and we all love her husband. I love him to death. And you know, she's doing all the stuff. I was like, I said, just buy the damn baby and go. Yeah. But the baby was like $300 back in, you know, and it was expensive as all get out. And Christy got so mad because I'm like, I am not babysitting that thing. I know. And she's like, well, Leas, if you have to go to work, she said, maybe your grandma. I was like, my grandma's not going to take care of a doll.
Right.
I was like, she was so.
Okay, that whole doll thing with the adopting the doll, God bless her, rest in peace. My maternal grandmother, the one I took care of for 4 years, before she got to where she couldn't go and do, my parents would take her to Amish country up in Ohio. And they had like a family they were friends with. So my parents would go and visit them, but then they would go around to like all the quilt auctions and pay $1,000 or more for a quilt, which I've got one of them upstairs. Yeah. But you know, that was their whole thing. But my grandmother would want to go to the doll shop, and she was like 75 at the time, probably. And she would buy these dolls for $300, $400, $500, and they were pretty, but some of them were ugly. I mean, let's face it, those newborn realistic dolls are fucking creepy.
Aren't they, though?
Especially the preemie ones that you see. Yeah. Like a group on Facebook that somebody added me to. They're like, and they added me to it because they were like, look at this shit. And I'm just like, that is so creepy. And they just creep me out. But my grandmother had probably 15, 20 of those damn dolls in her former living room. She had a doll carriage. She had a bassinet. She had all this stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had to get rid of all of them. I was like, Mom, just take these. You know, you and Aunt just get rid of these because they creep me out. And she took them home. But they all had birth certificates and had your name on them and all this stuff. I'm like, this is a scam if there ever was one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I still think of it. Have you ever seen an Amish doll? Have you ever seen an Amish doll?
Oh, yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah, no face on it? Okay.
Yeah.
This is funny. My mother brought back one of the Amish baby dolls for my niece, Grayson. Now, Grayson was about 3. She took one look at that doll with no face and screamed and threw it. And Mom brought it back. She's like, Grayson, honey, it's an Amish doll. They don't put faces on them because they don't believe in that. My mom's trying to, and Grayson is screaming at the top. I mean, that high pitched, get me the hell away from this woman scream. And mom had to hide the doll because Grayson wasn't going to have anything to do with it. And my brother's like, Mom, you got to leave her alone. Okay, you traumatized the child. And his wife was furious because his wife doesn't like my mother anyway. But yeah, those Amish dolls are creepy. They have nothing on their face, and then they got this outfit, and it freaked her the hell out. I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. And Christy was mad at me back then, but that's all right. We're friends, good friends to this day, you know. But it's I tell you what, the shit we did. I can't tell you the crap we did. But one day we were out because we always had the video camera. Because nobody believed the shit we got into. So we started taking a video camera. And this one day we stopped. We were down in Flatwoods, or no. Yeah, it was Flat. Yeah, we were near Flatwoods, and we stopped at this carryout by the highway, this gas station. Well, this guy came by on a horse, and you know, me and Linda are inside, Christy and Phyllis. So Phyllis comes in and said, "Guys, look," and this guy was on a horse. I was like, "Oh no!" So we had hurried up, cashed out, got in the car, and wouldn't you know, this guy on a horse. So Linda drove up beside him, and I looked up and said, and he was in a tuxedo. Well, like a tux. He was like in a tux. And I looked out the window and I looked up and I said, "Hey, hon, what you doing?" He said, "Nothing." I said, "You're awfully dressed up for a horse. You look mighty nice." I said, "You know, there's 4 women in this car. You need a ride?" And he says, he started laughing. He said, "No, thank you." He said, "I'm on my way to my girlfriend's house." I said, "Are you getting ready to propose?" He said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Would you mind if we filmed it?" He said, "No." He said, "I'm glad you're there." He said, "Would you film it for me?" And Linda said, "Yeah, we'll do it." And I said, "Yeah, of course." Well, it turns out he was a regular customer at Walmart, and Linda knew who he was. She recognized his face. And she said, We'll record it for you." And she said, "I will sit there. A friend of mine does editing. We'll edit it, put some music in it, and I'll give it to you." He said, "Would you do that for me?" And I just said, "Yeah." So I said, "Okay." So she backed behind him, and here I am recording this guy. It's right off a major highway onto a highway. So I'm going like 5 miles an hour behind this horse. And and so we finally got to his girlfriend's house. She sees this horse. She comes outside. She sees him, and then she sees a bunch of strangers in the car. So he gets off the horse, and he gets on his knees and everything, and proposes to her. And so I got the whole thing. You know, we're still in the car though. You know, and I was zoomed in and everything. We're still in the car, and she asked him. She's like, "Who are those people?" And he told her what had happened. So he walked over the car. He said, "Did you get everything?" He said, "Yeah." And she said, "Thank you," and all that. And so we got it. And Linda was true to her word. Got everything done. She had it done in a couple of days. They came in, and she handed in the tape. And at the very end of it, because nobody said anything, I was like, "Good luck, you guys." It was a beautiful. I said, "Good luck, you guys. It's a beautiful thing, and I hope it lasts many years." So, and that was the very last thing on the tape. Wouldn't you know that lasted only a year?
What? All that travel?
All that trouble.
Oh, my Lord.
And they were separated a year later.
That's
terrible. I was dying. Linda's like, "You know they separated." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah."
Oh my Lord.
That was funny. But I mean, we got into shit like that all the time.
Yeah. If you've been looking for interesting things to do, you're gonna find them. That's for sure.
Well, I think it's if you just let yourself go and not give a shit. You know, and that's what it was. We didn't give a shit. But of course, Phyllis and Linda were older than me and Christy. I think Linda's like 11 years older than me. Phyllis is around there. And they did not give a shit. They're married, settled, and everything else. They're like, fuck it. You know, me and Christy, we were just too young and dumb. We really didn't give a shit.
I think that when you let go of your inhibitions and just let the wind take you where it will, you can have the most wonderful life.
Yeah, life is fun.
Echo? Am I echoing to you?
No, you just sound like you're in a tunnel, kind of, but...
Yeah, I don't know why. It must be the connection.
Yeah.
Good night. Night, darn.
I can't read. It's something. I can't see what's going on.
I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, I've got it muted. I don't know why I sound like I'm in a wind tunnel.
Am I the one echoing? I don't know.
Who cares? It's all good. It's 4:30 in the morning. I literally woke up to go to the bathroom, and there was some woman on my big Truthfully Trisha video where I did all the background history. Someone comes on there white knighting, and of course I had to say, have you watched the whole video? Of course she hadn't. And so I go, and I'm trying to be nice and explain it to her, and she's just, I don't know why I gave up. I thought, you know what, God bless, you learned, whatever. But I hate when people do that, especially in the middle of the night.
I don't know why you did a Truthfully Trisha video anyway.
Well, I'll tell you why. I wasn't going to, but I had watched and I had researched for my own knowledge. And I'm like, okay, there's got to be something behind this. I know there's mental disorder here, but there's got to be more to it. This can't be the first time and place that she's done this. So I got to look at it. And then I found the Facebook group, and then I found the locale. And then as I started asking questions, her relatives his relatives actually started contacting me. So I have members of Sean's family who provided proof that they were, I'm talking cousins, in-laws, you name it. So I thought, you know what? Because this has become such a destructive thing that she's doing, I need to tell the whole story. And so I took notes. I made sure I did it like it was a research paper. And I started from the beginning of when she married Sean and when she started going online and what had happened. And I tell the whole thing from beginning on through November. But I wanted people to understand it wasn't hateful. I was not mean or anything. I actually feel sorry for her because people who act like that, they have something wrong in their own life and they're unhappy. But I told everything from the beginning on through. It was like a biography. And I showed her what she did to her mother, of course, Rondi, and all that. But my thing was to educate people. So if you have heard of this woman and you're thinking of getting involved with her, watch this video first and understand what you're in for. Now, I haven't made one on her since Christmas. Now, I did make one about Uber, what she did to Uber. And I was angry about it, and I think it's on my bitching in the kitchen. But that's the last time I've made a video about her or anything. But she's furious because I've got 40-some thousand views on it, and she keeps bringing it up. So she got her channel struck because she reviewed my video and said she was just now seeing it and reacting to it. When I've got comments from way back, like right after I did it, and her kind of going crazy. I pinned it. Pinned her comment. Hey, here's the subject. She's seen it. And I wasn't mean either. I was not mean. I was not cruel. I actually said, I hope she gets help. Very positive. You get people on there who just see the title and they don't watch the video.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. My dog thinks since I'm up, I'm to play with them. I'm not too tired.
Pansy, my surgery is next Thursday.
Okay.
And
with the GoFundMe, where are you at right now?
You gonna go pee? I think she's gonna go pee.
When I went to bed, it was like 1875. Where are you now?
What are you talking about?
In the GoFundMe. I know you got some by PayPal as well, but through the GoFundMe, what is it now?
We hit 2,000 even tonight.
Good. Okay, because you've got PayPal money as well that won't show up in your GoFundMe.
Oh yeah. So with the PayPal it was 110 yesterday, and then there's another 25 today.
Okay.
So
I just want to make sure you have enough, not just to cover your surgery, but everything you need after.
Yeah. And Lynn, I agree. I just had to say that. But yeah, we hit it, and I wasn't even. I'm ecstatic. I mean,
that was a miracle. It was such a blessing. I woke up this morning, or yesterday morning, and I woke my husband up. I said, I have just witnessed the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen. And so I told him when it happened. He's like, that is amazing. And he said, you donated, didn't you? And I said, yes, I did. And he said, that is wonderful. Then he comes in from work, and I tell him what's been going on. He was so mad. And he was just ready to throw something because, he just thinks one of you. And, he had a little temper tantrum there. He was like, well, we'll just get to it Friday.
I think me and him are going to have a secret affair. I really do.
I don't know. Don't take him away from me because I adore him.
Trailer Talk said, Les, let me know if you need anything. The only thing I need is your friendship and prayers. That's the only thing I need. I'm dead serious.
Prayers count for a lot. Listen, after we talked yesterday before all this happened, when we were talking just privately, after we got done, I've prayed, and I prayed hard, and I believe in the power of prayer. And I'm just glad that you're going to be able to get your sight back.
Yeah, I'm just overly ecstatic.
Beautiful.
I'm dead serious. And it's still last night. I'm still in disbelief. If you noticed, I don't know if anybody in here in the room noticed, but the mood was even different. It had a different vibe. It was like closeness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was like everybody was closing ranks.
Mm-hmm.
It was just. It was just a feeling that, and my mods did a kick-ass job.
Yeah.
I don't want them to think I didn't notice.
Oh yeah, I watched the replay of the, because I came in on the second one, but I watched the replay of the first one while I was working, and I was just like, this is so beautiful. It's just beautiful to see people being kind and loving and supporting of a member of their tribe, basically.
Haley said, yes, it was. It felt nice. Pam's like, Les, next week on Thursday. I got to scroll up. Next week on Thursday. Gotcha. I will be praying extra hard for you, Les. Thank you.
Pam's a good woman.
It was Joy Rising. Love and friendship, Les. Thank you. Yes, it did have a different vibe. Like we were in a bubble. Yeah. And it was nice. And like I said, my mods kicked ass yesterday. They worked their little asses off. I have to tell you that.
Lynn, the Crazy Patriots fan, she is having surgery on both eyes. She's having, I think, make sure I'm saying that, you have bad cataracts, and you're having a lens implanted that will take care of your astigmatism as well as your vision, correct?
Yeah.
And that's what the $1,600 is for, what her Medicare won't cover, because the lenses, I think, are considered cosmetic.
Yeah, they're cosmetic.
Yeah.
So after this surgery, I will not need to wear glasses. I won't go blind like I thought I was going to do.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just tickled. I'm tickled to death. And I'll tell my husband, I said, watching something like that happen and being a part of such a beautiful group of people, I said, there's a security there because, you know, if someone else had a need that was dire, just like yours, we would all come together for one another again and again. But it's when there's something really needed. It's, you know, we know each other. We know what's going on in one another's lives, and you know, but the support, having that kind of support, it's better than, you know, family won't give you money. Family won't do anything for you sometimes. I mean, shoot, they act like, and then they throw it up in your face a lot of times. I know mine does. But you know, I gave you $10 one day 10 years ago. But this community is not like that at all. And I love it. Hang on just a second. I'm going to mute myself. I've got to let my dogs out. Evidently, they have to go potty, and so do I.
Okie dokie.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty. As I tried to keep the negative away from you yesterday morning, they had already gotten to you. Yeah. A lot of people were. A lot of people were trying to keep that away from me. And I appreciate that very, very much. I really do. And I had their support 100% today. So, you know, which I really appreciate. My mods kicked ass yesterday, and they earned their pay. But geez, yeah, it's still. I mean, it was beautiful. And Medicare really sucks. Look, they're taking care of most of it. They just won't take care of the cosmetic part of it. So, yeah. So I can't complain. You know, they just won't take care of the cosmetic part. But it's going to be a healthy ride. Earn my whole $1.50, says Lisa. Yes, you did. You earned your full $1.50. But you know, it was Lynn, if you can go back and see first part, finally having surgery on April 16th in Morgantown. Aw, good luck to your mom. Where's her way? But it was different, and then you should go back and read it. Listen to it. It just blew people away. Watch the video. It just blew people away.
Okay, I'm back.
Do you know I had over 3,000 hits on that video?
I have no doubt. Did you see how many donations you have?
Huh?
Have you been able to see how many donations you had? One by one? You need to look.
Well, yeah, I have to. Lisa has to put the link in the chat so I can go to it because I can't see that part from my head.
Well, let me tell you, it was amazing. Very blessed.
I ain't gonna lie.
You got the perma-grin going on.
Jeez. It's you know, and that's one thing I like about live streaming and doing videos is that you see a normal person in a normal life.
Yeah.
You know, in their struggles and shit. And
there's no acting, it's not contrived. You can't keep a character going or some kind of a falsehood. You are who you are eventually. And all your flaws and needs and, you know, the great things too, they all come out.
Yeah. So, you know, that's one of the things I think that's one of the things I like about it. Yeah, let's go to GoFundMe here. Let's see what happens. Because we had hit we hit 2,000 exactly.
Oh my gosh.
And then another
2,000 there, and then whatever's on your PayPal. Did my PayPal come through?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was on chat.
Yeah, well, I transferred 110, and then after I did the transfer, yours and another one, I didn't want to say their last name, came through, and that was $75 worth. So I have $75 more to transfer into the bank account. So 110, 175. That was 185 in PayPal.
That's awesome. You have 60 individual donations, and you have messages like crazy.
I know. I love that cheeseburger money, honey.
I love the one, Kimberly Price. She said, oh, I'm sorry I said her last name, but she said, I stalked your show in the wee hours.
She what?
Honey, she stalks your show in the wee hours.
She stalks my shows.
Yeah, how cute is that?
That's funny. That's hilarious.
All the comments are so beautiful.
Yeah, I was born with birth defect causing blindness in my right eye. I can relate. Oh, that's from Stop Making Noise.
I tell you, my grandmother is 97 and she has macular degeneration. Other than that, she's healthy. She has trouble hearing, but she has said for years that she would give everything that she had just to have her sight back. But, you know, there's no cure, there's no surgery she can have. It's there's two kinds of macular degeneration, and the kind she has can't be fixed. But I just, it was like, you know, and I donated. I thought, you know, this is for Granny. If we could do this for her, we would in a minute. But to be able to help you, that's, you know.
That's awesome. It's just awesome. And the funny thing is, do you have all you need now, Les? Oh yeah, I have all I need. Jay Nelson, stop talking about Mama Bear in here. He keeps putting hashtag Nasty Bear, and that's what he calls Mama Bear. Oh no, that's his wife. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's his wife.
Why did he call his wife Nasty Bear? There's got to be a story there.
Yeah. My son has severe astigmatism in his left eye. Well, guess what? They may be able to fix that one day.
I'd love to have eye surgery. I have to wear contacts and reading glasses or my regular glasses and then lift them up so I can see the read.
Yeah, lots of us in tears last night, Les. I was crying too. You know, I'm still in shock and awe. I'm not kidding. I haven't really had the time to let it sink in. It's fantastic. And
you know, it's a blessing.
It's more than a blessing. And that's why I will always say, you know, my friends in here gave me the gift of sight. So, you know, that's an awesome thing, you guys.
And I don't know if I told you, I'm a real big believer in you do good and it comes back to you. I had, you know, I work with a marketing company on the side and I do writing. And my boss just sent me a check today for a good amount of money and just said, thank you for all your help. I helped with a charity and then I had written some articles for them and done some commercials. But I did it because it was a charity, not because I wanted to get paid. But yeah, that check going to hit my bank tomorrow. So I thought, you know what? God is good. You do good, you get good. Because I didn't expect that at all. So.
Yeah. You know, it's I'm still in shock. We are from same town. What you talking about, woman? Lynn. Yeah, she's from town that I have my grandparents. Well, they're both passed on now. My uncles are there and everything. I'm not from there. I'm originally from where I am now, here in Ohio. I'm the only born and bred Yankee on the one side of the family.
But you still say Ohio. Like a Southerner.
Aha. A-H-I-A. Aha.
We used to call them Ohalia because where I lived, there were two interstates coming together in Virginia and then a bunch of highways as well. It's like 8 of them that are all on a 9-mile strip. And the people from Ohio did not know how to drive. And they would wreck all the time, and they would cause other wrecks. And so in Southwest Virginia, people from Ohio are called Ohelians, and they're usually the snowbirds. And they can barely stay over their steering wheels, and they get real scared when they go go past a big truck or a big truck passes them. And we just roll our eyes. That's Ohelian. You got it.
I always said if you want to learn how to drive and drive well, drive in the hills of West Virginia in the middle of winter.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, yeah. That's how I learned to drive, was in the winter. Mm-hmm. And I remember my dad letting me drive to my grandmother's house, and there was ice and snow everywhere. And my mom was like, "She's gonna wreck." And he's like, "No, she's not," because my dad, when he first started teaching, taught driving, and it's before he became, well, he was a coach, but he also taught driving, and then he taught chemistry then as well. But he's like, "No, I can teach my daughter to drive." And I was less nervous with him than I was with my mother. My mother would have seen the airplane crash position and scream at me every 2 seconds. So, but yeah, I drove in the winter on windy roads that were banked wrong.
My thing is, like, there's this hill, like you get off the highway there in Fairmont, you turn left, and you drive down a bit, and of course there's this big long hill, right?
Yeah.
And there you got 2 stoplights in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. So if you're driving a stick, you better know how to drive a stick, because you're stopping literally on a hill like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there are lots of people in this area who never learned how to drive stick because of that.
That's you know how to drive. My car was a stick, but it's yeah. If you want to learn how to drive, that's the way to do it. I'm not kidding you. It says I actually got my driver's license when I lived in New Hampshire in the middle of winter. Same thing. Or to drive your stick.
Trailer Talk Live said, "Me too, Mama Beth. Let's see those shoes." They're all upstairs in the closet, but I had a shoe addiction since I was little, and my mom has one too, and my daughter now.
Oh my God! I can safely say I don't have a shoe addiction, but one thing I do like are coats and jackets.
I like coats. I like wool coats. I like fur coats. Yeah, no, feed me, feed the people. But yeah, I like my fur coats in the winter because they're very warm. My wool coats, trench coats, dress coats, and
I
always worked in an office. I've worked in an office, so I had a dress for office. But there was an article about this. It was a bullshit article. This woman had 350 pairs of shoes, and I thought, that's nothing. And I know that sounds terrible, but when you take care of your shoes and you collect over the years, and you've got really nice, expensive shoes. At one point, I had a dance student. One of my dance students came over, and I said, "I need you to help me organize my closet." And she set out my shoes, and I had like 500 pair of shoes, 500 plus. She was like, "This is crazy. This is like a shoe store." I said, "I know, but every time I see a pair and they're on sale and they're in my size, God wants me to have them."
Oh my God.
So, yeah, I don't think quite that many now, but yeah, it's bad.
No, mine are coats and jackets, and one of my pride and joys that I have is my Pittsburgh Steelers stadium coat.
Oh,
the thing is fucking huge. It cost me $350. We found the receipt for it.
You could be in the North Pole with that, though, couldn't you?
Oh, and it's fancy. I've had people offer me money for that shit.
Yeah.
And I only wear it at certain times. It's never been wet.
Awesome. That's how you keep it.
Well, yeah, I've never. I baby that thing. I baby it. But being jealous is a sin. Yeah, it is.
Who's jealous?
I don't know. She's just being jealous is a sin.
Yeah, it is. You know what? But if somebody needed a pair of shoes, I'd give it to them in a heartbeat. I don't care what brand, whether they were Manolos or Louboutins or whatever. If they needed a pair of shoes, I'd give it to them. I mean, I love shoes, but I'm not a hoarder. I mean, I've given shit away for years. So.
Lisa loves shoes, purses, and perfumes.
I love purses, but I'm picky now. I used to buy a lot of pocketbooks, but now I just have like, I collect my dress purses, my real good ones, and then I just have like an everyday bag that I'll carry forever, like for a year, and then buy a new one. But they're always really good. Like my husband found a Kate Spade bag that he found it new with tags actually. But I'd wanted that specific bag and they couldn't make it. And he searched on all these reseller sites for it. I wanted it new with tags. I wanted a specific size, and he found it for me. So I'm not a purse snob, but I like the purses. I like jewelry too a lot.
I like it just depends. It just depends. And Lynn, no, I do not. I suck with names, Lynn. I really do, and especially last names, forget it.
I'm bad with names too, unless I'm reading them.
I really do suck with them. I still forget Lisa's Lisa half the time. The only time I'm reminded is, when I see her name in here. Other than that, I call her Kimberly.
Mm.
She gets mad. She don't like that.
I called you Liz yesterday for some reason. I don't know why.
What?
Whenever I called you Liz instead of Les, I was like, what the
hell?
hell?
I'm called Liz all the time.
That was the first time I'd done it. But the thing with names is I don't like to be mixed up with like Mama Bear. Or people say my name or her name, and they'll switch them out. And I know it's hard because it's Beth. So if anybody just wants to say Beth, that's fine. But then again, there are some other Beths that come in chat. So
I only know to call you as Beth.
Well, that's it. The Mama Bear. My kids gave me that name when I was working with them. They were like, "You're such a mom. We want you to be our mom, Mama Beth." And I was like, "Okay, whatever. That's me." They would call me that over the intercom. "Mama Beth, can you come to the rec room? Mama Beth, can you please come to the front desk?" It was funny. People were like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." I found it to be a compliment.
Yeah. Well. Margot A. The Les is what had me intrigued. What do you mean? My name?
Well,
it really is my name. But it just so happens I happen to be Queen of the Lesbians. It just so happens.
Where's your crown? I want to see the crown again.
Oh, the crown's outside.
But
yeah. My name is Leslie with a Z, and all my friends and family call me Les. So, and I am Queen of the Lesbians. I dubbed myself Queen of Lesbian, which is my whole world, which is the span of my arms.
Levington?
That is my whole world. But,
my kitchen is mine.
Yeah. So, I was just little quips here and there to Joe because he was busy looking for a piece of ass and he finally found one. So, and he'd been looking for hours.
That's like a catalog.
Huh?
It's like a mail catalog. You just pick up the one you want. Bid on it. Whatever.
I bet you I can go on Grindr now and find somebody 5 minutes from me.
Probably, yeah. I've never been on that app.
Mariska said, Les, this is the best chat ever. Girl, you should have been here last night.
Last night was crazy.
Last night was good and crazy. I will forever remember that, and I will never take it down.
Yeah, don't ever. Keep that always. I mean, whenever you're feeling blue or, need a little pick-me-up, go watch that stream again.
Yeah.
That's history. Good history.
Margo said, I had an Eddie. You had a what? An edible? I had an edible.
Earlier, so today has been just one entire adventure.
I bet it had.
I would say edibles are better than smoking because you don't ruin your lungs or throat. my dear friend looks like she's got precancerous cells in her throat, and she quit smoking years ago. But she's like, "Wait,"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Dude,
Beth, Beth, where in West Virginia you from? I forget.
Southern part."
Southern parts.
Yeah.
She won't say the exact town because she's a wanted woman.
Yeah, I don't want to get doxxed, but yeah, I'm in the southern part of West Virginia. I'm originally from Southwest Virginia, but I've lived all over the place. North Carolina, Louisiana, Belgium.
See, she's a wanted woman. That's why she has to keep moving.
I'm running from the law.
Well, anyway, I was talking with Joe Quippets here and there, and I told him I was gonna, because I told everybody I want to work, but I want to work from home because they were worried I was going to go out and everything, and I was like, no, I want to work from home, you know, and I told him that I was wanting to get an online job, and he said, good luck, those are very hard to get. So I'm all nervous now, Beth.
Listen, I know so many people who work from home who are professionals, and I think Yapa works from home. If I'm not mistaken, she runs her business from home. But I do a lot of my work from home. The marketing company that I work for, because it's fun, it gives me a little extra cash, and it gets my head off of therapy and patients and everything like that. So it's a distraction. That's all from home. Everybody in his company works from home. Because there are 2 people in an office, but he travels, the owner, and everybody else, they're all over the world. They work from home. There are a lot of jobs. It used to not be that way, but there are now. And so don't be nervous. Like I said, put your resume up on LinkedIn, keep looking. Look on Craigslist has them a lot of times, but then also go to the employment companies and say, I have great skills online and, on the phone. You've already got a headset. Oh, you got a good mic. Oh, speaking of that, Mike, I'm going to tell you something. Somebody, and I don't know who they are, they said, Les took that money you gave her and spent it on something else. She didn't buy a mic. And I answered them back and I said, I don't care what she spent it on. That's none of my business. I gave the money for her.
There it is.
However, I know. And so I've seen your mic, but I was just thinking, why would somebody do that? That's so stupid. And I figured it was probably one of that group of bitches that just can't stand to see anybody happy. But I'm like, why do that? That's like really searching to do some evil or I don't know whether they thought I would get mad at you or whatever, but I was like, nah, I gave her the money. She needs it for whatever she wants. If you wanted to go buy, cheeseburgers, I wouldn't have cared.
Well, that was kind of a stupid remark considering I used it online. Live. That was kind of damn stupid.
I don't get it, but I get people telling me things about other YouTubers, and I don't ask. And usually, I never ever repeat what I'm told because usually 99.9% of the time it's bullshit. But I just thought, why would somebody want to say that? That's so dumb. It's dumb. They must have thought I was stupid and was gonna, lash out or something, or.
Well, that's why I want everything as transparent as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, if I said I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. And I did it.
I still have $64 waiting to be transferred because until you get $100 in AdSense, you can't transfer money. And my super chat, that's the only super chat that I actually said, please give me money. We're donating to the shelter, which we've already donated several times this year. But from my New Year's Day live stream, it's still sitting in my AdSense account because I don't have $100 in there yet. People donated with PayPal, and and I took that, and we donated food, blankets, and poisoning. In fact, they're getting my dishwasher and the old dishwasher and the refrigerator because they need it at the shelter. But we donate to the rescue all the time, just whenever we can. Because it's important to us, and that's where our babies came from. So, I guess y'all, when you go on my live stream, super chat me so I can at least pull the money out and give it to the dogs.
Yeah. Well, I finally get my back super chat.
Yay!
I finally, because Joe helped me with that last night. So on the 20th, I will get my money.
What happened? Why weren't they giving it to you?
Well, apparently they needed my banking information and shit.
Yeah.
And I had given it, believe it or not, I really did give it. Because that's I remember telling the routing number and everything.
Yeah, you had to fill it out.
Well, I didn't set it up. Someone else did.
Oh, okay.
Who I really, really trust. I mean,
Yeah.
this person can get into my computer at any time
and
do anything. Although all the passwords have changed since then. But and she's also the one that set up my website.
Cool.
E-Creator account.
When are you start doing sex streams?
I know. I got to work on that one. I know.
Pick a topic. We'll discuss it. One night, literally, break it at the freaker's ball. Go down the list.
Down the list of what?
Everybody, the FBI dancing with the junkies. That's a junkie. Talk about the sex junkies. Talk about, different, everything that they listed in that song.
Oh, yeah.
Grab your whips and bang your gongs.
I do want it to be. I do want it informative, and I want it formatted. But you know what I'm going through. So, my mind is divided.
I understand.
And there's a couple other things that I won't say. I will not say what's going on at all. I will not. That's also messing with my head, and I'm just trying to forget it, that kind of thing. And I'm trying to focus on getting better, and I gotta brain myself in. My mind is scattered. It's like my mind's in like little fragments. And I'm trying to bring the fragments in so I can sit down and concentrate and just do what I have to do.
That's why I said you need to start walking. Because when you walk, you clear your head.
Yeah, so I like I said, I got so much anger inside. So much anger inside.
And if you hold it in, it's only going to eat you up. You have to let it out in a healthy way. Okay, I'm going into therapy mode here. And I don't want to take over your chat with therapy. And Katie keeps me doing that all the time. It's like, oh my God, it's got to be a therapy session.
Well, it's okay. I mean, that's...
It's better to let it out as firecrackers than to wait until it becomes a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, and that's... I do. I need to let the stress out. I really do have a lot of anger. I have a lot of anger at myself. Have a lot of anger at my situation. I have a little bit of anger towards other people. Not a lot, but that mainly at myself and my situation and how I'm feeling and things like that. So, and then I get angry for being angry.
And that doesn't help because you're just compounding the situation. That's why
I know, and it's a good thing. That's why it's a good thing. I always say it's a good thing I'm a nice person because one thing I do is I forgive very easily. I really do. But that doesn't mean I forget. I just forgive. I never forget. And I don't know. I just see these pieces, and they're just pieces of my life, and they're scattered, and I just want to bring them in, make it whole, do what I got to do. And it just seems like things keep piling up and piling up and piling up, and there's no direction. There's no I don't like disharmony in my home. I hate that. I'm one of those, like when Katie did that little personality test the other day, I'm an organized chaos.
I can see that from what we talked about. Yeah. And what you have to do is chaos will constantly be nagging at you. That's because we train ourselves a lot of times to get used to chaos or disorganization or, even unfair situations. Almost like a Stockholm syndrome, where you become in love with that part of ourselves that even though it's unhealthy, we're used to it. A dog that's used to getting kicked all the time learns to expect a kick. And that's why you have to change the way you're thinking, and you need to get some time alone where you can. That's why I say walk, or you're swimming. You'll be thinking, and your brain will reorganize itself. And you're going to feel better not only emotionally and physically, but spiritually. The Japanese call it wa, the harmony.
Yeah.
Wa in your home and in your life, and they strive always to keep the wa, right. So that's what you need to. Your goal needs to be to get your wa, get your harmony.
Yeah. Yeah. But I am,
You have to actively do it.
Yeah, I am. There's just so much, and I need to I want that channel because I don't want to go in there and everybody act like a bunch of banshees because, but I want it formatted and I want it informative and it is Joe's favorite subject. But yeah.
What am I?
Yeah,
Pansy asked how she could set up a GoFundMe for something I needed for over 3.5 years. Honey, I have no idea. I've never set one up. I would talk to somebody who's actually done one, maybe Joe or someone else who has done a GoFundMe. But it may take you through step by step if you go to the site.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Joe had to do mine. He said it was easy.
Okay.
And I don't know how to do that bullshit.
I've never done it. I'd say if you follow the instructions, if you go to the site and follow the instructions, they'll tell you what all you need to do.
Yeah, he was going down and asking me questions, this. And then there's certain parts that I had to fill in because I'm the beneficiary and shit. So, that much I do know, but it took him no time at all. Cool. And it took him no time at all to do my AdSense thing, and voila.
Yeah. My AdSense, I'm still waiting. I've been waiting since November. I have been qualified since November, met every requirement. I meet the new requirements. They're still reviewing my channel, they say. And I'm like, okay, I even contacted YouTube directly, and I'm like, what's the holdup? I've been approved for everything. My channel's family friendly. I'm talking about life advice and psychology. And there's nothing that anybody couldn't watch. And I don't know what the holdup is. They need to get off their asses and do it. They just hired, 80,000 people?
Yeah. Oh, well.
With that shooter, I just knew it was a pissed off creator. I didn't know it was going to be a woman, but I was like, somebody didn't get their money.
Exactly.
And there it is. It's terrible. And I hate that tragedy happened. And I prayed for all the victims. I prayed for her.
Well,
I put it at the end of her road.
Yep. Did she work there or something? I heard it was was a domestic dispute.
From the articles that I've read, and there may be others. They said that she was a content creator. She was angry that she had 100,000 views on a video, but got no money, next to no money for it. She got $3, and she was a little odd, but she just finally had enough and snapped. Was totally postal. But I don't know anything about domestic violence or abuse or anything like that.
Oh, I just heard. I never read it, but originally my original thought was, first of all, it was a tragedy and it was terrible. And then after about 5 minutes, I said somebody got pissed off You demonetized my channel, motherfuckers.
Mhm.
You didn't.
They
But
did.
she would have gotten $100 if she had 100,000 views.
They kept demonetizing the ones that were spoken in Farsi, even though she
Well,
wasn't saying anything that was wrong. It was in her language, and she was Turkish,
yeah.
or is Turkish. But so she was speaking in her native language, and there are a lot of people from all over the world who do YouTube content and with various languages. There's Chinese ones, there's Japanese, Spanish. But they said that because it was Farsi, they were demonetizing it, and she just flipped.
That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Although I expect Lisa over here anytime wanting her $1.50 pay. So, I think that is a tragedy. It ain't worth it. It really isn't.
No,
and I was telling them earlier when I was talking about like getting a online job and stuff, and somebody suggested, why don't you put a lot more into YouTube, which I probably will when I can concentrate more. Because I was concentrating to do what I want to do. I can't get loud now. I can't do what I want now. I have to be able to be outside. And you saw me outside. I was a lot more animated,
yeah.
a lot more vocal,
Oh my God, I woke Daniel up.
Yeah, and I had a higher amount of energy so I could be me.
Yeah.
And so, but I can't in here, which I understand. They're sleeping. I understand that.
Right. I told you about earplugs.
Well, I know.
99 cents on Amazon.
I know.
Hell, you can get like packs of them. Hand them out.
I don't.
Merry Christmas.
Well, first
Not
of
leave me
all,
alone.
they're never going to wear them. Friends, like I shouldn't have to. I can hear her now because I would say the same thing. I ain't wearing no damn earplugs to bed.
Really? See, I've worn earplugs to bed. I have lived in places where I had too many loud neighbors too near, and I had, when I was in North Carolina at one point, I had neighbors. There were like 50 people living in one house. They were all Mexicans, but they had the greatest cars, with the coolest paint jobs. But oh my God, they were so loud. And I actually started wearing earplugs to bed. That was the only way. And I had to turn my TV up to hear over them. And they weren't real close.
I refuse. I refuse. No.
Speaking of mine, was a trip there. Let me tell you. They came over and got me. They were like, "You come party with us." And I'm like, "Okay." I drank a lot of tequila. No. They were nice people. All of them.
But when I do get my own place, which is why I want to move to where I want to move to, because it is pretty chilled and stuff like that. And well, anyway, I know I can make a certain amount of noise, and the people upstairs would not hear me, vice versa. Cool. And because God, there was one dude, we called him Junior, would have parties up there, and we didn't really hear him. Every once in a while, you'll hear get loud or whatever. But it never bothered us. It wasn't that bad. And so I can be more animated there, even inside my apartment if I get it, and if I'm outside, I can be somewhat animated out there too.
And that'll be good for you.
Yeah.
That's going to be a stress relief. That gets your blood flowing. It's very good for you to be excited and up in a healthy way. You need to do that. I can't wait for it to be warm, because before you move, you need to get your butt out on that porch if it's warm enough and start doing your thing. You'll be able to see the bingo cards.
Yeah.
Do you realize that? You're going to be able to see everything clearly. Oh my God. Hell, I don't see clearly even with my glasses on. And I'm just thinking, she's going to be able, because when Dee Dee, that's my grandmother, when she had it done, she was like, "This is great. No more glasses, and I see so much better." And because they removed cataracts and put the lens in. Now, she didn't have astigmatism, but she was like, "I don't have to wear glasses. I don't have to worry." Her glasses were always so filthy anyway, you couldn't see through them. But
I'm constantly mine.
Yeah, my glasses get dirty, and I'm like, I didn't even touch anything.
Yeah.
Buy the goodies.
My problem is my eyelashes are so long, though.
Mhm.
They actually touch the glass.
Really?
Yeah, if I wear them right, they will actually touch the glass.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I'm not. Don't be.
Where I
Don't
was
be.
on chemo from RA, I lost like half the thickness of my hair. My eyebrows were gone. I mean, I learned to paint eyebrows really well, and my eyelashes were so sparse that I started wearing false eyelashes like during the day, and I'd never worn falsies except for on stage. When I performed, I would wear them, and so I went back to wearing eyelashes, and but I was so self-conscious because my eyebrows, I want to make sure they were right, and and all the hair on my arm fell off. I don't shave. There's no need. I think I have 2 hairs on my leg, so I literally could pluck instead of shaving. But I'm getting ready to go back on that. By the way, I don't know if I told you I'm having a knee surgery, and then after that I'll be going back on. They're going to try me on Humira because I failed Enbrel, but they're thinking about Orencia or Humira, and then they'll put me back on the methotrexate, which is a chemotherapy medication. But it worked because, like tonight, when I got up at 3, my feet were still packed in ice. My husband has to put ice packs on my knees and on my feet. The weather's changing, and so my hands will hurt and I have to hold ice packs. But the methotrexate made that really few and far between. It was awesome. So I want to get back on it. I will have to get some of those clip-in hair, hair extensions and all of that to fill my hair up. And I guess I'll just start wearing false eyelashes if it does it to me again. But it slows down the progression. So I'm excited about getting back on that, which is weird to say. I'm excited to get on the chemotherapy medication. But I just want to feel better.
Good. Poor thing.
I'll be glad when my knees fixed. I've got the left knee first and then the right knee. And I got the report back, and I've got to go to the orthopedic surgeon. But they're going to go in, clean everything out, see what there's a mass in there. And they said it does not look malignant, but they're going to have to biopsy it when it comes out. Apparently it's underneath my patella. But my patella is rubbing against my femur, and it's causing severe arthritis, and that's why it hurts so bad. And my right one isn't as bad, but it's in there. So I'd rather have it fixed now before I get any more damage. I'll be able to walk better.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, it sucks having a cane and a walker, and then when it's real bad, I'm in a wheelchair. And I'm 47 years old. I look perfectly healthy. My knees are just shot. So.
Yeah. Well, I look healthy too. Yeah. My insides are shot.
It's crazy. I never thought at 47 I'd be on a cane.
You can never judge a book by its cover.
No.
That's for sure.
And I'm losing my weight now, but I think about it. 15 years ago, I was in point shoes. That's crazy. At 15 years ago, I was teaching dance, and I was in point shoes throughout those classes. And you know what? It's weird. I have RA, and you build up pain tolerance, but I could stay on point longer than anybody I knew. I mean, literally, I just wouldn't come down to flat. And my students were always like, "How do you do that?" I'm like, and I didn't use any padding either. I used the end of the toe end of a sock, and I just put it over my toes, and it was fine. But I have really good arches, and it never bothered me. My feet were so strong, and now it's like my feet are so fucked up.
I know that feeling. So, yeah, I've got, it takes time, but I think I have a bright future.
Yeah.
It just takes time.
You've got a lot of great things ahead.
I do, and I have a bunch of friends to share it with. I think I have discovered they just like to hear my voice in the background.
My has to listen to you because you relax him and you put him to sleep.
Well, even like in the room right now. Although I can't, I'll be honest with you guys. If you ain't typing in caps, there's no way I'm reading that little print.
Yeah, no. Everybody types in caps.
So that's why I haven't really been reading a whole lot of the chat because I can't see it. I really can't. Now, I think it looks like I recognize Reva being in here. Hello. Because I recognize her little circle.
Uh-huh.
The other ones, like this one, I can see Mariska, but I can't. We depend on you, Lisa. Oh, Lisa's.
Wait a minute. Is somebody calling me Mama Bear in here?
I hope they're not calling you Mama Bear. That's a...
Yeah. I really hate that. But somebody said, Trailer said, what did you do on stage? Well, I sang and I danced and I act. I've been doing that since I was a kid. And I quit performing in musical theater when I was 32, 33. But I taught dance all the way up until the time that I went to take care of my grandmother. So, 3, 4. But yeah, I tap, ballet, jazz, gymnastics, whirling. I taught all of that, and then I sang and danced, and I've been in all these lessons since I was little. So it made me money. My first business I owned was a dance studio, and I was performing, in different shows, but I also was teaching.
Awesome.
I loved it. I loved the little kids. But I tell you what, when kids hit about 12, I swear they become possessed. They don't act like themselves. They switch personalities. And I'm like, oh, God, the 12th birthday's coming up. And from 12 to about 22, it takes them a while to get their shit together. And then at 22, it's like they're normal again. But I loved all ages. There were different challenges with each age. And I loved working with them. But I miss the woman.
They're all saying sorry now they're typing caps. Stargazer, I'm glad. I can picture you doing that too, just listening and scrolling and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mariska's like, that's why I said Lisa needs a raise. Lisa knows me, and that's raise enough.
You get paid with friendship.
I vote for $3 for Lisa. Hell no. Do you ever get back to this area for visits, Les? I haven't in years, but that doesn't mean if I have a decent car that I won't now. I love to me, it's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Trailer Talk said, I definitely know you're not Mama Bear. Thank you, darling. We are polar opposites, so.
Yeah.
Very much.
You guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this because it is like almost 5:30. And yeah. I am really tired. And it's really hard for me to read. So.
Well, you were streaming during the day, and then you streamed several times tonight, so I know you're worn out.
So,
and I gotta go try to get some sleep. I don't have to work until like 1, so yay.
Yay, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I need to go. And I thank everyone for being here. And all that other bullshit.
Love everybody. Love you, Les.
All right. Thank you for coming.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye, everyone. I hope everybody has a good day. A good
Bye.
night and good day. We'll talk later.